Hey, it's Zave. The new characters for the 3.x storyline have been released, and oh boy, they are interesting. I've seen a lot of mixed feelings. Some people think they're underwhelming, some people love them, some people think there isn't enough variety between them, and some people think they aren't even better than the 2.x characters, but we'll get there. First, let's look at them on their own, starting with Lene. The subtext that comes with her says, "Should that rainbow spill?" I'll be honest, this is one of the weaker designs. She falls victim to the just a schoolgirl design issue I have with many other characters like Chisa, Alice, Yuza, etc. I feel like this is such a lazy design trope of just throwing an anime girl in a school uniform, slapping some accessories on her, and boom, new character. One thing I do like though is that she gives a delinquent kind of vibe. She has spray paint around her, and the subtext leads me to believe that graffiti may play a big part in her character. She might be a rebel art student or something along those lines. I feel like the best way they could take her character is to make her insanely rebellious and obnoxious. That would at least make her stand out from the rest of the cast and give her a unique personality type among the other playable characters. The only noticeable details I can see in her design is the skull hairpin she has, which aids in that delinquent image, and the clang bang charm she has. I have severe PTSD from clang bangs. Anyway, it's a fine design, but certainly one of the weaker ones. 6 out of 10. Next is Luck Harrison? Or Luke, it can't be Luke Harrison, it has to be Luck Harrison, right? Anyway, since he's our one and only male character being shown here, I've got to support him regardless. That being said, I actually like his design. Let's get the obvious out of the way. He is a new member of the Aventurine family tree. Yeah, we get it. Every blonde guy is the Aventurine family, I get it. Besides that though, I like the details of his design. It's very clear what he is, either a or biology teacher. This can be seen from the ID badge on him, which is something that school staff or faculty usually have, the test tubes in his hand, which allude to a science-based background, the DNA strand accessories, which would imply either a specialization in genetics or biology in general. Finally, his overall more mature appearance. He doesn't look like a lot of the other characters who could pass for being in their early 20s. He seems like he's comfortably in his 30s, which is a refreshing change of pace. An easy 9 out of 10 design. 10 out of 10 design if he has a deep voice. Next, we've got Sigrika. Yo, these names are beating my ass right now. First things first, I hope she has a thick ass Scottish accent. Like, I want to barely be able to understand her. I want to need subtitles when she talks. If they don't do that, the character is ruined. Seriously though, this design is, there's nothing that stands out about it, but it also isn't insultingly generic. Pretty middle of the road. There is something I noticed though. There's no tacit mark. Maybe it's hidden somewhere, but I don't see one anywhere in this art. But I do see this pattern on her thigh. I don't know what it means, if it's a reference to anything, or if it'll be important to her character. But I think we need more characters with tattoos or body markings. That stuff just looks cool to me. Her subtext is, "Should that expectation overflow?" I can't even guess an element based on this, to be honest. I have no idea what she'll be. Just because of the word overflow, I'm gonna assume Glacio, since we don't have a water element in this game. Her outfit itself is questionable. A ton of asymmetry going on, and honestly, the more I look at it, the less I like it. Way too many tassels on the outfit as well. Even the 2 different types of gloves she has on look silly. She is an elf though, kind of like Chiconia, so I can give some pity points there. This is basically one of those characters where the voice and animations are going to have to do the heavy lifting, because the design itself is pretty weak. 5 out of 10. Post-editing Zave here, I noticed the markings behind her. The way they are like faded and scratched out makes me think that she's going to have something to do with history maybe. I don't know, I could be reading too much into it, but it's interesting nonetheless. Lucilla. Her subtext says, "Should that spark guide?" My money is on her being Electro. Now, this is a 10 out of 10 design. I'm sorry, I know. It's just because she's hot. You're not grading her based on her design. Have you ever thought that she's hot because her design is good? Yeah, think about that. Anyway, Lucilla is the best design out of everyone shown. Bad bitch, hair done, waist snatched, $1,000 bag in hand, dangly earrings, big ass hat. The only thing I don't like is the fact that she's doing the zipper sleeve arm hanging out the jacket thing. Kuro, it's okay to have a character actually wear their jacket. God forbid a woman cover her arms. I'm guessing she is either the really fun English teacher that everyone loves, or she's the laid back principal slash dean of the school. Either way, no matter what role she plays or how good or bad in the meta she is, when she comes out, I'm pulling her and her weapon. The graphic behind her is also a film reel, so it could be that she's a drama teacher instead, or have something to do with acting or, you know, Hollywood, stuff like that. I'm very excited to see what she does. Finally, Morn. This is the only one I'm confident in pronouncing, and I guarantee I'm wrong about this one too. AKA Shorekeeper 2.0. Pretty nice design. The first thing you may notice is that she has no legs. I don't know why that's funny to me, but yeah, her legs are artificial, but she still has a tacet mark on her thigh somehow. It's interesting to say the least. I'm assuming she's an AI given physical form, because I don't think Kuro would have the balls to make a character who's physically disabled to this degree. That being said, I like the design. The graphic behind her is either a representation of data and statistics or astronomy. My money is on the data. You know what would be funny though? If she was a main DPS. She gives the vibe of being a support or sub DPS, but if they made her a main DPS, it'd be hilarious. 8 out of 10 design, but if she is actually handicapped, then 10 out of 10. Very clean. So now that we've gone through each design, I would rank them like this. However, how do these 3.x designs stack up to the 2.x designs? Well, I'll be frank, it's a tough decision. Characters like Brant, Orochia, and Zani are such strong visual designs, but let's be honest with ourselves, Carlotta and Phoebe, from a visual standpoint, aren't all that impressive. I believe it is truly up to preference, because from a quality standpoint, the 3.x designs are right on par, if not slightly ahead of the 2.x designs. Now let's discuss the final point, lack of variety. This is objectively true. In 2.x, we got various characters from different backgrounds and walks of life. Brant is visually a pirate primarily, Roshia is a performer and actress, Phoebe is an acolyte of the church, Carlotta is a mafia princess, and Zani is a bodyguard and head of security. All these characters come from different walks of life and fulfill different roles in the city of Raguna, but for the 3.x characters, well, they all are a part of the academy or have some connection to it from what we can tell. They all look like they come from the same place. However, is this a bad thing? Kinda. I personally don't mind it, but I will not dispute that having variety in your character's visual design is important. I believe that for the second half of the 3.x storyline, we'll get some more diverse designs. If we don't, then yeah, it'll be a big issue. But we just have to wait and see. So that's about all for me. Let me know what you thought of the designs, like and subscribe, and have yourself a damn good one.